This is my direct opinion, and we do not need more gun legislation in Canada.
Okay, so let's speak about Trudeau. I know he's trying to introduce more legislation to restrict guns for the private citizen, and I'm telling you, he's got no brains. He doesn't have 2 brain cells at all, as far as I'm concerned. And if he, let's say I was wrong and he had 2 or 3 brain cells, they don't communicate between each other. All he wants to do is do whatever George Soros and the New World Order wants him to do. He's a puppet, and he's a useless person to govern our country, let alone introduce laws to restrict the private citizen from owning guns. So what does it say here? The Justin Trudeau government is once again proceeding to pass new gun control laws without knowing whether the previous gun laws have hit the right target or not. I mean, don't you think that's important? That you know if the current gun legislation is working? No, he just wants to pass more laws because he wants to take away the citizens' right to defend themselves against him and the government and perhaps the New World Order when they come in with their army. Okay, so sorry, I'm just fear-mongering there, but you don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? So apparently way back in 1993, in a report to Parliament, Auditor General Dennis DeSautel, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, main point 27.3 stated as well, our review of the new regulations indicate the important data needed to assess the potential benefits and future effectiveness of regulations were not available at the time the regulations were drafted. Because of this, we believe it is important that measures chosen by the government be evaluated at the earliest opportunity. So that was 25 years ago. And no government, conservative or liberal, has bothered to address it. I'm not going to read every one of them, but you can see Mulroney, Chrétien, Harper twice here, and now the Trudeau government, who's just introduced Bill C-71 today, have not even addressed that issue or researched it. So nothing has been properly addressed. They're just making up rules, and as I said, to enslave the people, take away our guns. We won't be able to defend ourselves. The criminals can still get guns. Okay, so RCMP tracks evidence of activity, not effectiveness. The problem with successive government approaches to reporting to Parliament on gun control programs is that they have taken a bean counting approach, documenting activity related to firearm programs, but avoiding the statistical analysis required to identify real indicators of effectiveness. The bean counting approach to reporting on gun control programs taken up by the RCMP and successive governments over the last 25 years was accurately pointed out to Parliament on May 31st, 2006 by Auditor General Sheila Fraser when she testified before the Standing Committee on Public Safety. Yeah, something's wrong here. Now, I'm not going to go into everything on the article, but I think this is important. Research on the effectiveness of gun control laws. Individuals doing what the government won't. It has been left to the private citizens to do the proper evaluation of Canada's gun laws. And here's just a few examples. Canadian firearms legislations and effects on homicide, 1974 to 2008. The study failed to demonstrate a beneficial association between legislation and firearm homicide rates. There you go. Number 2, excuse me, maintaining information on law-abiding citizens on CPIC serves no legitimate purpose. Canadians who have a firearms license are less than 1/3 as likely to commit murder as are other Canadians. See, there you go. Number 3, guess who CPIC tracks and who CPIC does not track daily? And this is absolutely incredible and stupid. What the hell's the use of having police if they're just going to do this? The only people the RCMP track continuously through CPEC are law-abiding, licensed Canadian firearm owners. That's criminal in and of itself. Number 4, bulk of crime guns domestically sourced? Try 33% at most. You mean most of the guns are coming in, smuggled in, or whatever, they haven't been purchased in Canada? I don't know. Is that what that means? according to the 2014 annual report, Western Region, produced by the RCMP Firearms Investigative Enforcement Services Directorate and Firearms Operation and Support Unit. Wow, that's a big title. Nowhere near 60% of all crime guns can be traced back to domestic sources. There you go. Number 5, do triggers pull figures? Look at the criminals' misuse of guns in Canada. There is no convincing empirical research supporting the proposition that restricting general civilian access to firearms acts to reduce homicide rates. There you go. Trudeau, stick your new gun regulations up your butt. We, the common citizens of Canada, actually of North America, of the world, need to fight back against government, their corruption about trying to control our firearms ownership and take away our ability to defend ourselves against the government. And this is not fear-mongering. It's being proven over and over again. Just look at what's happening in the world. The government is trying to shut us down. We can't even speak freely, let alone defend ourselves with arms. So everyone better start waking up and start protesting against these laws and our government and their attack on freedom of speech. Remember, Facebook? Trudeau went to Facebook, one of the CEOs, or something like that, and asked this lady to stop all posts or eliminate all posts that were against him or his Liberal government. Canada, the world, everyone, let's start. Be part of the movement. April 2nd in Canada, at city halls across Canada, we're having a protest. You had better be there, or you don't have anything to complain about.
This has been my direct opinion. Please subscribe to my channel, and here's my email if you need to get a hold of me.